Hello, my dear ones. This is Dr. Ramandeep Kaur. And while everyone is talking about the virus, everyone is talking about the quarantine, everyone is sharing their pictures and their experiences as to what they're doing in this particular time, I thought, let me share something that might help you while you are in this time period. The initial days of quarantine apparently are, feeling to be great. We are at home. There's no workload. We are really, enjoying ourselves, bonding with the family, having a great time, doing all our pending stuff. And as all the advices are going, you're looking into ourselves and introspecting and, working out and doing a lot of things that we always wanted to do and could not do because of the shortage of time. Yet, when this quarantine goes further down the lane, and it is if you are in India, there are another 10 days to go, and if you're somewhere across the globe, you have your own standards in terms of what is the time period that you are going to be in a lockdown. So once this goes further down ahead the lane in time in future, there are certain things which will start happening when there is a set of people staying together in a house in a confined space. And in that time period, the first effect that is going to happen is your relationship with yourself. There's going to be a lot of internal dialogue where you're going to feel frustrated, where you're going to belittle yourself, where you're going to, talk negative about yourself. And that which you talk to yourself could reflect on your behavior with others as well. So here are some things that I would like to talk about in terms of the relationships that you have with other people, which might go bitter when we are not equipped to handle being in this particular situation of the quarantine, which we have not been ever. So what happens is staying together 24/7 and not doing the things that keep you in an autopilot mode in terms of going out, meeting friends, doing your work, following your daily routine, looking at some other faces, also new faces outside of your house, and your family members or your workplace. And we do so much now. We are realizing how blessed we were when we could go out in the in public, in in other people, and connect with those people. Um, so what tends to happen is sometimes that confinement causes a lot of emotional pent up, and this could trigger you to resurface certain emotions like anger. And this could not be just you, this could be your family member also, or the person that you're in quarantine with. So uh, and this is very very common. It happens a lot of time, even when we are in our natural routine. Yet being in quarantine makes it even more vulnerable, makes us even more vulnerable for this to happen. So what you do is, the solution for it is, you got to claim your time, and you got to claim your choices and your space as well. So during the day, every day, some period of time, you must keep to disconnect from all the other members of the house, and set a period which is absolutely your time. You do your own thing. There is no disturbance, and you're absolutely in a zone where you've told yourself that I am not at home or not with these people. So you got to do that own. And I do, by this I don't mean that you are just, doing your thing, sitting with everyone. Just get secluded, just isolate yourself for a few hours and just do your own thing. It could be work, it could be something else, it could be doing some pampering or whatever makes you happy. Another thing that could happen is there could be disagreements while everyone is sitting together. Everyone is, you want it or you do not want it. You have to stay together in the quarantine, and the disagreements and arguments can happen, when you're sitting together, you're watching the television, you're talking, you're discussing a topic, you're discussing about the stats, you're discussing about how it happened, where it went, and what all is happening, and different perspectives. Everyone has their own different perspectives. So there is a great possibility of disagreements and arguments happening. So what you could do about it is, the solution to it is that you could, first of all, in the very first place, just allow the other person to present their point of view, and you also present your point of view. Do not impose your point of view. And while you're doing that, it's absolutely okay for you and for others not to buy that point of view. And in addition to this, always and always keep your tone very, very neutral. Keep your words very, very subtle. Even when you're presenting your point of view and you're right also on some part, but your tone is not right, you are leading what you feel, what you would like to express into an argument, or uncomfortable conversation. So just keep your tone very, very neutral. Just speak from conviction, speak firmly about how you feel about whatever you're discussing, yet be loving in your energy. Okay, there could be habits or patterns of other members of the family in terms of how they go by the about go through the day, how they about their cleanliness, about their hygiene, about how they keep their surroundings clean or not. Or there's certain small little things that keep bothering us or the other person also, in terms of our habit and our patterns. So especially for the women of the house, who are right now just making sure that everything is neat and clean and hygienic and safe for the whole family, and they're on their toes. Everyone is having a great time, yet the women of the house are doing their bit. They could feel frustrated sometimes, and they could really displace their anger. So how you deal with that is, consider the house as your sacred place. Now, just sanitizing your hands or just staying in the house is not going to help when there are clothes all scattered around. There is utensils which have not been done, or the maid is being told something or the other all the time, and she's been scolded, or blah blah blah, whatever you can think of. If your house is unclean, in terms of not tidy, then apparently that energy of staleness, that stale energy is going to reside in your house, and it's not going to feel very, very happy and nice. So you could just treat your house like a temple. Treat your house like a temple. Keep it that clean, keep it that neat and spick and span and tidy. Do it as a teamwork. Take responsibilities, share the load, and do all the stuff together. You wouldn't even you couldn't even imagine how enjoyable and how fun filled it is to even cook together. One person takes the job of chopping the vegetables, one person takes the job of cooking, one person takes the job of laying the table. So it's going to be fun. So, and also notice what things, what about what your habits and patterns are bothering other people, and that will really help you in terms of contemplating on how you need to improve yourself. So take it as a feedback rather than taking it criticism and reacting to it. Take it as a feedback and just improve yourself. You've got your teachers all around in the house right now, so close to you. Another thing that could happen is all the efforts that everyone is doing, not just the woman of the house, everyone is doing in their own special ways, could be going unnoticed by each other. So people might be feeling, your family members or your partner might be feeling unseen and unheard. So to make that happen, what you can do is tell them you notice how hard they work, and let them know how they make an impact on your life. Notice their efforts, their gestures, and let them know that you're proud of them, and acknowledge all their efforts, the little things, the small little petty things that they are doing right now. Just acknowledge that. So next is, we all could feel discouraged at times, and given the present situation, we are all the more vulnerable to feel this dense emotion of low on morale. So we got to uplift each other, guys. We got to just be in high spirits, uplift each other. There'll be times when you would be feeling empowered and strong, and your partner or your child or your mother or your father or your relative could be, or your friend for that matter, could be feeling low, insecure, that fear of the future, that we are actually right now in that unknown territory, and we are in that zone of the unknown. We do not know what's going to happen next, and that is really, really coming massive and big to us in a very, very massive way. So these things can happen to anyone. So when you are feeling empowered, take your time and make that effort of making an impact on others, and vice versa. When you feel low, you can reach out to someone who's in the right frame of mind, and just support each other emotionally also. And when someone is really feeling discouraged, you can tell them certain things in terms of, you can tell them that, see, you can tell yourself also, that, see, it's tough. I understand it's tough. Yet you are tougher. You can tell yourself, or the one who's feeling low, that we may not be able to control the situation, but we are in charge of how we respond to it. Another thing you can tell them is, we haven't figured it out yet, but we will. You could, really consider this also, that this is a challenge and it's here to teach us something, right? And, the fact is, all we need to do is take one step at a time and just, go through these days as in the flow, just flow with whatever is happening. We must realize that the earth is healing, the planet is healing, we are healing with the planet. This is our home, and we very much belong to this planet, and no matter what, Mother Earth is going to take care of us. And on this note, I would like to say thank you to all of you for being here, for watching this video, and I really, really hope that there is something of value that you found while I was talking about these, insights that I had. I took quite some time to write down, and I put in my efforts only for the reason that this is the time that by any way, whatever way we can, we got to support each other, share our gifts, feel empowered, and make that positive impact on each other so that we can sail through this time powerfully, peacefully, and you know just become even more, even better of who we used to be, and absolutely transform and become you know even better than who we were, what we used to do, how we used to treat our planet, and how we used to live here. Because if it goes back to normal, it's not good. We should not go back to normal. Normal was not good. Thank you so much. Remember, you got you, and you can do so very much, and you're good enough. This is Dr. Ramadeep Kaur. Do subscribe to my YouTube channel, and keep a track of this space for all the more things that I would like to share with you. And lots of love to you, and just have fun and be the best version of you. Take care. Bye bye. God bless.